Orygn. What an unusual name. But they came up with that because it's the first stage of existence, a beginning. Does that make sense? It's a name that has a promise about where everything begins, and we believe that where things start determines how they end. From the molecular foundation to the final delivery, every decision is made rooted in purity, integrity, and international design. Incredible. Brand pillars here is purity, the ethical sourcing, which is patented, by the way, a superior, pure raw material, patented.
Hey,
Everybody, you might want to mute if you aren't muted. The concentration, the superior sublingual absorption, the absorption here. You might notice if you've ever used a drop that had claims such as what we have been talking about, and you might notice it's really oily. Well, one thing different about this is there is no carriers, there's no oil, none of that is used. And so the absorbance, you're going to notice that absorbency is really fast, and you can just feel the purity in that. The infrastructure is in place, the strategic partnership and marketing here. You might have heard that there is another parent company behind this, and there is. And so when you get registered, you actually will be a part of both, and you'll be able to take advantage of both sides of this both companies. But if you want to only run with this product, you can do that, and they've got it put together in a program with our website and such, so that you can. The infrastructure is in place. This 9-year-old company financially behind it. The distribution, manufacturing, worldwide legal is got this wrapped up worldwide. The logistics are in place. The technology is in place. They thought of everything and covered everything for the stability of this company here. It's a strategic alignment to scientific advantage. Our partnership opens the doors. Now the science leads the way. The science behind this is one of the things that really caught my eye. I was really impressed with what I seen. Exploring the GLP pathways is what's redefining the future of natural metabolic optimization. The 3 pathways, we've talked a lot about how this is 3 layers. And that may not be the right verbiage, but I've said 3 layers as I've seen this. We know that the appetite whisperer, they say, that GLP-1, that's what that's giving us, that regulates the hunger and the neural level by activating the brain receptors. You might have heard us say it turns the food noise off. And y'all, it does it from the first drop. Now, that may not be someone's experience, but it's been mine. And so far, I haven't talked to anyone that was not their
I give them the phone that you want.
that was not their story as well. One second, and let me see if I can bring us a mute. Okay.
I'm working on it, Monica.
Oh, you can. Okay, you can see the mute. Okay. Okay. So it regulates that hunger and it turns that food noise off. When I go to town and I get out and about, I love texture of food. I love the just thinking about the texture of some different foods. I'm just like, okay, if I can just get that texture just for a moment, just have it one time, then I'll be able to say no to the rest of it. I'll be okay. And I always end up eating more than I ever planned to. And this turns that off. I went to town the other day and I had none of those desires to pull through those fast food restaurants or any of those places. Some of those struggles that I have when I'm out and about, I didn't have them. Slowing the gastric emptying of for the natural what's this word, satiety. I've heard it said a few different ways, but basically it's what we're saying is that natural ability to not feel the hunger, to feel satisfied. It's feeling the emptying of the gastric, so you feel satisfied. Reduces that food craving in the portion sizes, that promotes the sustainable weight loss without effort. Most every one of us know someone who is using a different alternative for getting in just the GLP-1. So let's go and look at what that second layer, the core shield, let's look at that. This layer within this product helps repair and strengthen the intestinal barrier function. It reduces systemic inflammation throughout the body. That was one of my first experiences. Inflammation is a struggle for me. And the very first couple of days, I think it was the second night, my husband looked at me and said, I can see it in your face already. And I immediately took a quick selfie, and I couldn't believe it when I put it in front of a live that I had done a couple of days before. Reducing that systematic inflammation is huge because we all know that inflammation is the key behind so many diseases. It's the food to some very serious illnesses and things going on within the body. It literally feeds the unhealthy cells. Inflammation feeds them, and inflammation kills the healthy cells within our body. When we lower the inflammation, a lot of great things, a ripple effect of great things can happen. It enhances our nutrient absorption and gut microbiome, promotes digestive wellness and immune function. The metabolic optimizer in the GIP optimizes that insulin sensitivity and that glucose regulation, those insulin and sugar spikes. That was something that they had put me on a particular little bitty white pill several years ago for those sugar spikes. When we have the sugar spikes, that causes the cravings. Every time that sugar spikes, we're having added cravings and sweet cravings. But also, every time our sugar spikes, we are aging more aggressively. Enhances the fat burning, the metabolic efficiency, supports sustained energy and mental clarity. Raise your hand if you have experienced that mental clarity. It's just, you can't really explain it. It's like, wow. It's just something is different. It's like today I walked to the mailbox and I looked around and thought, wow, the sun seems so bright and beautiful. And I realized it was that mental clarity that I was having. A breakthrough in metabolic wellness is what this is. One daily drop helps the body shed the fat. Now we are doing about 5 drops in the morning, 5 drops in the evening is what I'm doing. You can start with a couple and work your way up, but you could even do 15 to 20 drops a day. Find your place in balance in that. Find what your body needs. Okay. So, restoring the balance, a sustained and natural energy all day. That energy has been great. The sleep has been great. Some of the key benefits. Let's talk about those key benefits. A triple action synergy.
And now introducing new.
Turn your mute on if you can. Effortless appetite control without restriction of diet. Now, that is not something that I ever really want to recommend. I don't recommend anyone feeding yourself the junk still and trying to get this to override it. We can out eat the best of a product. You don't want to battle against it. They have seen results with people with all sorts of diets. They have. But it's good to simply allow this to help you make better choices. Your gut health, your aging, everything about you needs you to pay attention to what kind of foods you are eating. So eat a good, healthy, in a healthy way, and let this product allow you to do that, because sometimes it's a struggle to do that. But I'm finding I can make healthy choices now. Gut health, gut healing for complete digestive wellness, perfect metabolic balance for sustained energy, comprehensive transformation, mind and body. And we are loving that. So many of us have been talking about that. Clinical benefits: weight loss of 15 to 25% in weight reduction, blood sugar improved, glucose control, and that A1C numbers lowering, energy, sustainable, vitally without crashes. That's important. Inflammation, we talked about that systematic reduction throughout the body. The digestion, we just talked about. Enhanced gut health and nutrient absorption. 3 years of preparatory research and development is behind this. But do you know 6 years of research is behind the salmon itself? That's huge as well. No needles and jabs and pokes and stings. I know for me personally, I've often said if I ever got to the place where I was so out of control and I let things get so out of control that I had to resort to an insulin injection, and I know there's probably many of you who have had to do that and you found yourself there. If I had to, I would really be in trouble because I don't think I could. And I faint. I literally faint. I start tasting this peppermint taste in my mouth and I'm done for. I'd really be in trouble. So I have to keep things under control. And I am so grateful that this has come our way to help us do that. Patent pending oral bioavailability technology is also being patented. Pharmaceutical grade manufacturing standards, y'all. That is huge. Direct to consumer for maximum accessibility. No medical gatekeepers. Your wellness, your choice. And and all of that is referring to the fact that, previously you've got to go to one doctor after the other, or you need all these blood work, all this test. None of that here. No worries whether or not your insurance is going to pay for it or not. And what an incredible price point that we are at. And we'll get to that in a second. The clinical studies behind this, there are several. The TriGLP. Now, if we do have the clinical studies in our group, ask your sponsor to tag you in those. If you haven't been tagged in them, they are there. But it provides the metabolic efficiency with clinically proven benefits in active and targeted way. It targets specific pathways that helps you drive that fat loss, protect overall muscle mass. This is a huge one as well. Boost the energy levels, but targeting the lean muscle mass protection. Do you know even your heart is made of a muscle? And if we are burning the lean muscle mass, the muscle throughout our body, we get older looking, flabby, and we are aging ourselves aggressively because, like I said, even your organs, your heart is made of a muscle. So you are aging yourself, and you're also going to find later on in time in life that you could have health issues from the results of that. So we're not going to target lean muscle mass. We're going to keep it. We're going to strengthen it, and we're going to burn the fat. An optimal mix stimulating GLP-1, GIP for metabolism, GLP-2 for the gut health, potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, supports good energy, good health, and better quality of life. Beyond organic, all of these are showing you the areas where this has been certified from free from antibiotics, free from the BSE and TSEs and the zero additives. There are no chemicals involved when this is processed using the enzymes to break down the salmon. There's no chemicals involved. Kosher certified, free from pesticides, food grade, HACCP certified. We do have the gold standard, which is important. Most people always ask, is this certified with the FDA? The FDA does not bring certification to any natural products. They will regulate them, but they don't certify them. But we do require that we be under the certification of a GMP facility, the gold standard, and the FDA does certify the standard in which it is manufactured under the umbrella of the gold manufacturing. So Orygn Pure, y'all, our ingredients are so pure and meticulously sourced. We select each element to exact specifications, from the pristine waters where our fish thrive through our gentle processing methods to find nutrient-rich powder. This isn't just organic. This is Orygn Pure, a new standard, a new level, a higher level than even pure, a new standard of purity that goes far beyond conventional categories. We're Orygn Pure. It's perfect timing. We all know 8 to 10% of Americans are currently taking a GLP-1. Americans interested in it, 30 to 35%. Either they can't afford it because their insurance won't pay for it, or they are like me and can't give themselves a shot. This is reality, and we've all seen it. We're all hearing it. It's the buzz everywhere. The timing is incredible. for this natural breakthrough. The demand for prescriptions has been so high that suppliers are struggling to meet that demand. We're entering a U.S. market of more than 100 million consumers seeking GLP advantages, but they're hesitant to pursue injectable options for one reason or the other. So this perfect timing, what they have is painful weekly injections, single peptide only, clinic visits required, side effects, pending lawsuits. I believe I heard the other day there was something like I don't know, it was 100 and something billion in lawsuits. I think it was. I may have that number wrong, but it was in the billions that of lawsuits already pending on these injections. Medical waste and supply waste. Ours, oral liquid delivery, triple peptide formula, fat loss with muscle retention, 100% natural ingredients, sustained release, and no needles.